The Enchanted Doe. In the Kingdom of Longtrellis, the king and queen cannot conceive a child. A necromancer suggests that if the queen eats a sea dragon's heart cooked by a virgin, she will become with the child, but this will cost a life. The king slays the sea dragon but dies from his wounds. The queen eats the heart and the next day bears a son, Elias, with hair as white as the dragon. The chef also gives birth to a boy, Jonah. The boys are identical and inseparable friends. This so vexes the queen that she attempts to murder Jonah, though he manages to escape. Jonah leaves the kingdom, plunging a knife into a tree root and telling Elias that as long as the root spouts clear water, he is alive and well. One day the water is clouded with blood. Elias leaves to find Jonah. The queen has her subjects search for Elias to no avail. The necromancer blames the queen and says the youths are truly inseparable, and that her violent desire can be achieved only through violence. Elias finds Jonah wounded in a cave. They are threatened by a monster, which wounds Jonah but hesitates to attack Elias, who kills the monster and returns Jonah to his wife. In the cave, the monster's corpse dissolves into that of the queen. The Flayed Old Lady. The lustful king of Strongcliff is intrigued by the sound of a woman's heavenly singing. He courts her outside her home, unaware that she is one of two elderly sisters, Ima and Dora. Dora agrees to spend the night with him as long as it is in complete darkness. He is horrified when he sees her appearance the next morning and has his guards throw her out of the window. She survives, entangled in the branches of a tree. A witch rescues her and nurses her from her breast. Dora awakens as a young, beautiful maiden. The king comes upon her while hunting and decides to make her his queen. Dora invites Ima to the wedding and promises to take care of her, but says she cannot stay in the castle. Ima refuses to leave, asking for the secret to her sister's youth and beauty. In annoyance, Dora says she got herself flayed. Finally thrown out after violating the royal couple's privacy in their bedroom, Ima finds someone willing to flay her, leaving her bloody and disfigured. The Flea. The king of High Hills becomes fascinated by a flea, which he hides in his room as a pet. It grows gigantic under his care. When it dies, the king decides to skin it. His daughter Violet tells him she wants to be married, so he offers her as a bride to whoever can guess from what beast the skin was taken, believing no one can do so. However, an ogre correctly identifies the hide by smell. Violet is horrified, but her father says he cannot go back on his word. Violet goes through with the marriage but says her father never loved her. The ogre takes Violet to his cave, where she is raped and kept prisoner. A family of acrobats helps her to escape, but the ogre gives chase and kills the entire family. He is mollified by Violet, who then slits his throat. Violet returns to the castle, where the king has grown ill, and reveals she has the head of the ogre, the husband he chose for her. The king falls to his knees crying and the courtiers follow suit. Violet, too, begins to cry. Elias, Dora, and the king of Strongcliff are among the guests for Violet's coronation as queen. There, Elias nods to her and the king of Strongcliff. As Violet's father walks her to the throne, the crowd looks skyward, where an entertainer is walking a tightrope of fire. We see Dora's beauty begin to fade and, unnoticed, she flees the castle. To watch more video like this, click on the videos on your screen and don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last I will say stay safe and stay healthy. See you next videos.